Hello there, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and thank you so much for stopping by Dishing Out, at least for a few minutes. Now, as we wrap up 2025 and head into 2026, I thought it might be a cool idea to in fact look back at the history of this channel and come up with a few dishes which you might be interested in making in 2026. Now, some of these were pretty big hits on the channel, others maybe not quite as much, but I think they're worth a second look. So whether you're looking to serve some new dishes to your family and friends, improve your knife skills, or just try some different flavors and ingredients, I highly recommend you give 1, 2, or 10 of these dishes a try. So, without further ado, here are, I guess, the top 10 dishing out dishes.
Number 10. Red beans and rice. It might not sound fancy, and it's not, but this bowl of filling comfort food is packed with bold flavors and uses cheap ingredients to stretch a buck without sacrificing an ounce of flavor. The key here is the crispy seared sausage and tons of herbs and spices simmered for hours with hearty beans. Topped with perfectly steamed rice and, of course, green onions, this is the ideal dish to feed a crowd on a budget. Number 9. Lasagna. Speaking of feeding a crowd, any kind of casserole will definitely do the trick, and for my money, no casserole can rival the complexity of flavor and texture found in a homemade pan of lasagna bolognese. Packed with layers of rich meat sauce, tender noodles, and of course copious amounts of creamy, gooey cheese, lasagna is both a showstopper and pure comfort food. So whether you make your own pasta or skip that step, you will love the richness and complexity of our homemade lasagna. Number 8. Thanksgiving meatballs. When I was recently working on developing this dish, I really couldn't believe how incredibly well the flavors of Thanksgiving translated to this humble, spherical form. Doused in savory gravy and paired with a superior cranberry relish, these meatballs are tender, moist, and packed with herby stuffing goodness. I'm not advocating for skipping the bird and sides altogether, but if you want holiday flavors without holiday level effort, this is your new go-to dinner. Number 7. Drunken noodles. Longtime viewers of this channel will know that I have a fondness for all types of Southeast Asian cuisine, and while we've successfully translated a dozen or more takeout classics into easy at-home recipes, this one perfectly mixes both simplicity and a wild depth of flavor. With minimal specialty ingredients, this spicy and potently savory bowl of noodles is versatile, delectable, and the perfect bite whether you're drunk as a skunk or sober as October. Number 6. The California burrito. If I could eat only one burrito for the rest of my life, this would be the one. Packed with unctuous steak, creamy guac, and vibrant fresh salsa, this burrito is a symphony of flavors and textures. The key here is the soy and citrus marinade on the beef, which is practically begging for a serious char on the grill before being cut thinly into succulent strips. The vibrancy of fresh salsa and guacamole and crunch of crispy fries make every bite of this behemoth burrito a joy. Number 5. Spring risotto with scallops. How to impress someone in the kitchen. Step 1. Make risotto infused with all the flavors of the season, whatever season that may be. Step 2. Perfectly sear jumbo sea scallops and lay them atop that creamy rice. Yeah, it's that simple. This elegant dish is easy to prepare and yet elevated enough for company. Try it out on your guests at your next dinner party or family gathering. Number 4. Barbacoa arepas. I could eat barbacoa out of an old shoe and probably be happy, but thanks to these homemade arepas, I don't have to, and neither do you. Arepas couldn't be easier to make, and the texture of that crispy exterior and warm tender inside pair perfectly with the sumptuous, slow-simmered and shredded beef. The tang from funky cotija cheese and pickled onions make these 3-bite treats a true flavor bomb. Homemade arepas need to be in your repertoire, and I can't think of anything better to stuff inside than tender, shredded beef. Number 3. Chicken gyros. You know, some flavor profiles just work, and that's why they persist across continents and cultures. Smoky and savory chicken wrapped in warm pitas would be delightful on its own, but topping with creamy, fresh tzatziki sauce and crunchy veggies takes this pita sandwich over the top. And like every other dish on this list, this one checks just about every flavor and texture box, and it's so much better made fresh at home. Try it with lamb, beef, or any other protein of your choice. You won't be disappointed. At number 2, breakfast casserole. I'll admit, sometimes a video surprises me with its popularity, and apparently, many of you are fans of easy dishes that feed a crowd, especially for breakfast or brunch. And this easy to customize breakfast casserole is super tasty, easy to make ahead, and sure to satisfy the whole family. The next time you aren't sure what to serve your family or guests the morning of a holiday or big event, whip up this breakfast casserole the night before and enjoy sipping coffee and catching up while the oven does all the hard work. And finally, number 1, cast iron pizza. It's hard to believe it's been almost 6 years, yep, 6, since our first cast iron pizza video captured many of your attention. And since then, we've expanded that series to include thick crust and even deep dish Chicago-style pies. Pizza is one of the most popular foods in the world, and with our techniques, whether you want a crispy, thin crust pie or a topping-heavy, doughy delight, we've got you covered. So, take delivery off speed dial and keep some of this dough on hand for when your next pizza craving strikes.
Well, I guess that'll just about do it for us here at Dishing Out in 2025. Thanks so much for watching, and for all of you who have liked, commented, subscribed, or otherwise interacted with the channel this year, I appreciate you more than you know. Cooking really can be a labor of love, and so I hope you'll give 1, 2, or all 10 of these dishes a try next year, and let me know what you or your family thought of them. Anyways, you've got a whole year ahead of you. I highly suggest you get cracking, or slicing, or chopping, or sauteing, but really, whatever you do, at the very least, go make something. Actually, since you've got a whole year, go make many things that are delicious.